everybody! Welcome back to Northernlion Plays Enter the Gungeon. 2 wins in a row. Means we're effectively going for the longest streak we've ever had. After which, we will be playing as the robot, which will mean that that streak will probably be ending. But last run was good! Blood Brooch probably kept us alive. M16 probably gave us a good chance in the first place, but this time we are playing as the Hunter. And honestly, as compared to the Marine, I think the Hunter starts with a little bit of a leg up because of that crossbow. So, even if we... let me put it this way. I think it gives you the luxury of not having to open a shitty chest for a gun on the first floor. Will we open a shitty chest for an active or a passive? Possibly. I mean, you do start with 1 key. The idea there is that, you know, hopefully we can snag something useful. But really, I have to, in the end, be proud of the way that we handled the last floor. I think we did a really good job. And we made some pivotal decisions, I think, at the right time, you know? We did all the right things at exactly the right time, and we defeated the Lich, and I do know why. You guys remember that classic jam? I think it's Vertical Horizon, but I can't quite remember. It seems like it would be Vertical Horizon. Ooh, that feels like a secret room. Might not be, though. We have a junk salesman. Plenty of keys for sale. I don't know if we want to do that just yet, though. Oftentimes, I find myself buying keys, and then, you know, there's some kind of special shop on the floor that I preclude myself from actually taking advantage of, unfortunately. So, we'll see. If we get a shitty gun, one in which we'd literally rather use our starting pistol, then we will sell it back to the junk salesman. Apart from that, I feel like junk salesman on the first floor, you're rarely going to have accrued the kind of stuff that you would normally sell to him. Bloody Eye from a green chest, slower enemy bullets. It's okay. It's one of those, it might be amazing, but I have no idea, you know? It's like a slight increase in your compound interest rate or something like that. It's hard for the human brain to attribute to this item its just due, I think. So it could be useless or it could be incredible. If it even gives us like an extra 25% chance to dodge a shot, then I think it's provided us with a decent amount of value. But let's move along for now. Learned a lot on the last run about the value of tactically picking up cursed items, I think. We actually did really well with Blood Brooch and Knife Shield, I guess, for a while. Although we did get rid of that in the end. Slightly horrifying to be seeing these jammed enemies pop up on the last run, but so far so good here. And I really feel like I'm not trying to say this over and over, and I really have been saying this for like 25, 30 episodes. I really feel like we played a lot better in Gungeon recently. And I know you're going to be like, well, you couldn't play any worse. But really, like, I feel like if you go back and watch even semi-recent episodes, like episodes from 2 weeks ago, we have a consistent improvement in those, or between those, I should say. And that's incredibly encouraging that I feel like finally, after a long period of getting my ass kicked by Gungeon, every time, sometimes we're kicking Gungeon's ass. You know, we've maybe crossed that threshold, hopefully. Open this. Mass shotgun is pretty okay. I think I've probably overrated this item, but I think it's good. I'm not sure what place it fits on our current run, though. Like, I'm not sure. It definitely is not... Oh, that was bad. It's definitely not an immediate room clearer. That's for sure. So, I mean, is it an immediate boss killer? It has low-ish range. Might as well go fight the boss, I guess. It has low-ish range, but we definitely don't want to swap it out. Like, we definitely don't want to sell it to the junk salesman or something. Let's see who we're fighting. It is Gatling Gull. Very sensible, I think, to bust open that explosive barrel. Find that mass shotgun tends to do more damage when you actually hit with it, which is true of many guns. Missing in a big way here. Where is this? Okay, just keep in mind that there is that explosive barrel over here. It's now exploded, so you're safe. As safe as you can be with a big old muscly bird shooting at you, at least. know what's amazing to me is that I was thinking that the mass shotgun was not doing great for us here, but we've only used 21 bullets. That's pretty damn good. Oh my god, we got the Gungeon. Just an all-time classic item, amazing for boss fights, comes with the speed upgrade while it's equipped. I think with one blank, you just throw it out right here. And I didn't think that we were going to find it. I do think you probably buy 2 keys at this point, and then we just head down to the next floor. But the Gungeon is so good. Really, really, really good at killing the boss. And helping you to flawless as well with that speed upgrade. But for now, we're going to continue to roll Rusty Sidearm down to the 2nd floor. Again, we could have gone to the oubliette, but I'm going to be honest with you. Morale is huge for me when it comes to recording this stuff. People ask me, how do you record thousands and thousands of Isaac episodes? One thing that I'm not trying to toot my own horn like I'm some kind of special, you know, superhuman or something like that. It's not like that. It's consistency, it's routine, and it's wanting to do it, you know? I think, you know, it's the way that some people must feel about, like, working out. I don't necessarily feel this way myself, although I do enjoy riding my bike on a beautiful Vancouver afternoon. You know, some people for working out, they make it fun, and they can work out 5 times a week consistently for years. That's amazing to me. Isaac is like that for me. I've tailored my playstyle, and luckily people continue to watch it, but I've tailored my playstyle in such a way that it's fun for me. And really, there's, as much as I love Gungeon, I'm not trying to throw shade at Gungeon, an ideal recording day for me is like, let's just knock out like 8 Isaac episodes. That's fun. You get into a routine, you start to feel, you know, like you're making good progress. Is there? Yeah. Okay, I remember this. I think we're lucky that we managed to make that happen there. So I do think the morale is big when it comes to consistency. You know, you have to want to do something. And the oubliette, while it may increase our chances, I'm still not totally sure, but it is, in the end, it's 1 extra item, bare minimum, and probably some extra chests as well. If you have keys, which you probably will at some point. It's still, there's times, if I'm underpowered, I'm like, let's go to the oubliette. But if I feel pretty powerful, I'm like, you know what, let's cut like 10 minutes off this run. It's not really for getting more videos out, it's just because it makes my life easier, and it makes me want to play the game more when the runs are shorter. I do hope that, you know, if there's future content plans for Gungeon from the developers, maybe there's like a little bit of a trimming of the game, because it does tend to be long. For my standards, at least. But it's not 2 hours long. It's like an hour per run. But it's an hour per run, like, consistently. Oh, I know the immediate reaction out of some people. You know who you are. Oh, NL's time is too precious. It's not that. It's just, it's hard to maintain, in a game that's difficult, it's hard to maintain this level of focus necessary to consistently survive and succeed, while also providing like some level of coherent commentary for over an hour at a time. You'll notice in Isaac runs that stretch over, you know, 45, 50 minutes, I start to sound like a raving lunatic, basically. You know, it takes a lot out of you. It's not like, you know, it's summoning a spirit bomb or something like that. Like, I'm not left shattered for weeks or anything like that, but it takes, literally it takes energy, and also, like, spiritually, you know? It takes energy. I was gonna say cosmically. I don't really mean it like that. It's getting a little too new agey for my taste personally here. Not that there's anything wrong with that. That was very bad damage. Just stepped on the corner of the fire there. Honestly, I thought that we were off of it. We weren't quite standing on it, but I was clearly incorrect in that assessment. Bullets, that's okay. But yeah, anyway, that's my reasoning for sometimes going to the oubliette and sometimes not going to the oubliette. And we have been actually making a habit of going to it more often lately, and I think it has worked out pretty well, but I'm going to take it on a case-by-case basis. And so has Austin. Austin has informed me that, in his opinion, sometimes the oubliette is worth it, and sometimes it isn't. I have a tendency to default to his wisdom, and he is wise in the ways of the Gungeon. What's our gun tier list right now? Well, the Gungeon immediately becomes our, I'm not going to call it the Gungeon, you know, it just makes me feel uncomfortable, but the Gungeon immediately becomes our #1 choice for boss killing. What this means is that the mass shotgun is a backup boss killer, but more likely it's going to be maybe our 3rd floor and onwards room killer. The problem is that leaves the crossbow without anything to do, but I don't think it makes sense to use the crossbow as a room clearer unless we have to at this point. It's kind of like, by the end of the first floor, the crossbow is kind of, I don't want to say overstayed its welcome, but it's no longer the most prudent choice. From an ammo curve standpoint, it might make the most sense to use our next best weapon on the next hardest floor, but I think that maybe we'll just pass it by. And if we have to use it, we'll have it for later, but that's okay. The only reason we didn't get any use out of the crossbow thus far is because we picked up a better weapon on the first floor, so it is a blessing, and not even one that's in disguise, I think. We did find our shop already, so I'm not picking up a key here, and 3 keys is a lovely situation to be in. There is a brown chest on this floor. Thinking that a brown chest is probably not that interesting from a, run helping standpoint, but can get the sling, I believe. If we have enough keys to take a risk on it, it's almost like, why not, you know? Let's see what our other chest is, though. Hopefully higher than brown quality. Blue. Slightly higher than brown quality. Witch pistol. I think this actually might take over Mass Shotgun's role as next floor's room clearer. Of course, we are hoping that at some point we're also going to get some ammo drops. This, I would... Oh, dude, if this is like a cursed shop or something, it's a blank shop. I don't think uranium amulet is worth it. You remember that classic Green Day song? Don't wanna be your uranium amulet. Do 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 do. Blanks have a 30% chance to poison ya. Do 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 do. No Amoconda. Okay, it is the Gorgon. She's doing what Gorgons do best. She's swimming. And you're seeing the true value of the Gungeon here on full display. Even the reload time is fast. The only problem is it chews through ammo real quick. But it's hard to be mad about that when the damage output is this ridiculous. It's a special gun. And it's making the Gorgon look like a little bitch right now, for one. But it will do this to every boss. Of course, you still need the HP to make the Lich look like a little bitch. But this is a very solid weapon for us here. Of course, we get the Flawless. Some HP. Get the key. And honestly, Big Iron is a really good gun as well. For boss killing, probably. Just trying to think of where I would put a secret room. 3 keys. I think we should open the brown chest. Hopefully, it's a shitty active. Blast Helmet. It's a shitty passive. I'm going to try a blank on here. Seems like there's a lot of places for it. Okay, and then I'm going to try a blank on the shop. It's fairly standard. No such luck. That's fine. Blast Helmet is definitely an item that I'll consider selling to... 350 shots, sure. I'll consider selling to the junk salesman if we get the chance. You know what's nice? We traded a key for Blast Helmet and some armor. So the key for an armor, worst case scenario, it's not that bad. Not ideal, but not that bad. And if we can sell it, we got the armor, we got the value of the armor, and then we'll get the value of Blast Helmet as well. So what does Witch Pistol do? Doesn't it turn enemies into things sometimes? Like there's a percentage chance to just turn an enemy into a chicken or something? That probably should have hit us. I think you're probably experiencing the same thing I'm experiencing right now, which is I thought this was a little bit better. But it's okay. You know what? In many ways, I think this is a nice item to have right now because it's not very good, apparently. Which means that it is just basically biding us time until Mass Shotgun can be used on the next floor. 2 keys, 87 credits. This is very much where I like to be from a... Oh, I really thought you were going to be in the fucking pit. This is very much where I like to be from like a room... Or a run meta standpoint right now. At this point in the game. Good items ourselves. Definitely take Gungeon ammo. Never look a gift horse in the mouth with respect to Gungeon. If you can get that to full ammo, consider doing so. All I mean to say is that we're great on consumables. And great on money. And I was going to say good, but then I rethought it. And actually, I do think we're great on money. Certainly enough to buy an item from pretty much any shop. You know, special shops included. And hopefully we do come across some. But if we have to save, you know, more power to us later. Yeah, okay. Very familiar with this. Elder Blank is fine, but I think the bracket key is better. That is going to give us at least a couple of levels of curse. Or at least one, let's put it that way, but possibly a couple levels. We get the charge shot. I do not really like this item. I think it's a little overrated, but you know what? We have it, so there's that. Could get worse out of a green chest. We did on the last run. I would do this 100 times out of 100. I hate this room. Any room with one of those turrets, it's just the human brain is not built to handle that. Now we have many successful runs, you know, lich kills or otherwise, with the bracket key. I think it actually is a fantastic spacebar item. 1 month ago, probably would have gone Elder Blank, but I think that the bracket key is substantially more important here. One of these days, I'm going to stop calling it the E key as well. Hopefully that day is today. So, you know, we got a great weapon to take out a difficult boss. 3 blanks. Do not hesitate to use these. I think we're safe. Yeah. Should use the bracket key every time it's available, even if there's not much to clear or nothing to clear. Sensible. You know what? I was like, should I use a blank there? I think if you gotta ask, the answer is yes. Don't go away. Oh, are you kidding me? Quite literally 1 hit away, I think. So what's the secret here? I think you just wait until there's like almost all the shots on the screen. And I was gonna say, use a blank, but it ended up being unnecessary. So there's another flawless. Blooper's pretty good. Let's continue onwards here. I mean, that was actually amazing, so I'm happy about that. We got 6 HP and 3 armor already. This is definitely shaping up to be like a potential lich kill. As greedy as this sounds, I'm like, give me Blood Brooch. I think Blood Brooch may just win us the run right now. Ammo synthesizer, you know, just anything. We got to keep the Gungeon fed, ideally, and we've got to keep our HP up. We got the containers already, so we don't need any more like heart containers or anything. At least in my opinion, we don't. Oh, when Witch Pistol occasionally turns enemies into chickens, it's beautiful. Good finish to this room. We have seen both chests, right? No. Oh man, that's actually really good. Space Friend is a solid pickup. It's going to block some shots for us, but it's also going to shoot enemies, which is probably what we'd be more interested in. I think, at least. I don't... this is not worth using the bracket. These enemies are close enough. Now it might be worth using the bracket. And stupidly, while using the bracket, I was not paying attention to enemy shots. So that was really smart of me. But we just lost armor. Not a huge loss in the whole scheme of things. Should be 2 more enemies? Maybe just 1. Ah, and then the big one. Okay. Turn him into a chicken, please. Probably not how this works. Hey, we got the blast helmet, man. You can't make us explode. We did turn him into a chicken. Oh my god, I didn't even know. I didn't think that it would work on the bigger enemies. Dude, you absolutely shielded the wrong enemy. You gotta shield your own shield. Otherwise, it's too easy to get past you. I can't believe Space Friend's only green. It seems like a pretty high quality green level option. Idiot is what I want to call myself after that. I spent so much time being like, what weapon are we going to use? What weapon are we going to use? And then eventually I was like, I'm guaranteed to get hit. I got trapped on the corner as well, which is less my fault But still a silly decision. And it was a decision. You know, 2 blanks, might as well. Heart of Ice is 168 credits. I was like, maybe we'll buy Heart of Ice. Probably not. Now, Heart of Ice is really good, mostly because of the heart container, but I think we'll, you know, just say life goes on even without it. So starting on the next floor, it's mass shotgun territory, I think. Honestly, I think the crossbow is actually worse than the starting pistol right now. But we did want to finish this. Figured just take a little chance on it here. Let's head down to the next floor. We'll go mass shotgun. And it's a very fast run so far. 3 floors deep in 20 minutes. Not that I'm counting the minutes down or anything like that. I'm just saying it's indicative of us having a pretty good situation here. So what's our plan? I mean, use the Gungeon on the 4th floor boss and have 2 blanks at least. Pretty much seems to be a recipe for having a real good shot at the flawless. And really, that's one of the few things within our control. So I think we should embrace that. Wobbly shots there. Freaking me out, man. You know the secret with mass cannon. It's not a secret at all, but trying to make sure I hit after the shot dissipates or spreads. It's where you get the actual value out of it, I think. But this is it's somewhat tricky to use. Requires an extra special kind of aim that I find myself, it takes up some of my mental energy, let's put it that way. 400 shots in the Gungeon is priority A number 1. Now I will admit that it gives me some pause, because I'm like, man, if we had just taken ammo for something else on the last floor, we still would have gotten full ammo for the Gungeon on this floor. But I think that's a level of min-maxing that we don't have to worry about yet. I think, you know, the keep it simple, stupid principle is valuable. I think it's an important words to live by. Keep it simple, stupid. Why add, you know, difficulty in a situation where there is none? Wow, the jammed enemy did not get killed by the bracket key. That is surprising to me. The jammed thwomp. I guess one of the better enemies to get jammed, because it just dies anyway. It's still good, it's still good. I don't know why I'm sighing. There's no reason to sigh on this run. Not yet, anyway. In fact, probably not ever. If we lose this run, it's not fair to say right now, because we don't know what's going to happen, but there's definitely a pretty good chance that if we lose this run, it was our doing. Like, we threw. I'm starting to think that mass shotgun is not an item that's intended to be a room clearer. Is it intended to be, perhaps, a boss killer instead? Seems a little bit more well-suited for single-target enemies. It's doing okay, and it's pretty ammo-efficient, which I appreciate, but I have to imagine that if we're using this to fight the Lich, we'd be, like, a little happier than we are right now. That had to have killed the Shaman. Done damage to everything else, so. Oh my god. Also, if you miss, there's like no value. And it takes a while to reload, so. I don't know. I'm starting to have second thoughts about mass shotgun here, but I'm not sure if we really have a better room clearer right now. Charge shot, blooper, like we have a lot of kind of shotgun-based or charge-based weapons that primarily are going to be used for boss killing. Although charge shot might be a better room clearer. Maybe we'll experiment with that on the next floor. But, of course, you know, every bone in my body is like, just use the mass shotgun until it runs out of ammo, at least. Which I think is also sensible. Now, we could probably go pick up that key, because I doubt we're going to use a key to get to our shop. If I had, you know, maybe 200 credits, I'd be more likely to consider it. With 50 credits, I don't think it's worth almost the cost of a key to possibly be able to buy a key. Wait, it's worth literally one key, is what I meant to say. Fish in a barrel is surprisingly not horrible. We know our next one is going to be a passive, so I think we start by trying to find our next chest, and if it sucks, and basically if it's brown, we'll get a we'll get that blue chest, and if it's blue or above, we'll get this one. We'll get the passive or active. Although I should consider that oftentimes I want it to be a passive and ends up being an active, and then you get nothing out of it. But our blue chest could also still be an active. It's kind of, we're playing the numbers game on it. I'm very happy we have Space Friend, which has really made it so that Mass Shotgun is like so close to one-shotting a lot of these enemies. You give me a hegemony credit. But it doesn't quite get there sometimes. I don't think this room is worth using the bracket key on. My reasoning for this is very simple. And I will explain it thusly. No, my reasoning for this is very simple. It's just going to get us to this wave faster. I'd much rather use it on a wave that's a little bit less annoying. Or a little bit less meaningless, I guess. And this one was definitely that, even though it didn't kill that guy, unfortunately. Alright, so we have Map Man or Fairy in a Jar. The fairy in the jar. You know, Whiskey and Metallica. Personally, I prefer the 1930s version by Billy John Anderson, who you may also remember saying, oh, what was the song we did? Don't want to be in a bump and a... I mean, I know that song is American Idiot. I'm just like, what was our parody of it? I can't remember. Unfortunately, it is Fairy in the Jar. How's my James Hetfield? I think it could be worse. I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying I think it could be worse. I said, hey, get the Gungeon full bullets. Get 4 flawless from the floor. Okay, it's falling apart. If it ever was held together in the first place. Oh, one more shot from the Mass Shotgun is almost certainly going to do it. Not worth using brackets. Ooh, an extra key drop is lovely. Still waiting on that other chest, although it's less of a concern now because we know that we're going to probably end up opening both instead of going to the shop. Save our money for the forge. Boss fight. Ooh. This is, you know what? This might be great crossbow territory. It's like one of the few rooms on which crossbow is actually effective. And this is pretty much what the crossbow is for us now, is an opportunity to save ammo for better guns. It's not a bad thing, you know, there's still value in it. Not extreme value, but that's okay. I actually feel like when we run out of the Mass Shotgun, Fish in a Barrel is going to become our next gun to use as a room clearer, but we'll see. Green chest is good. Irradiated lead. So good, and I bet you're happy that I actually remembered the name of the item. Let's come in here. We're going to open this blue chest now. Obviously, I'm hoping it's another passive, because our actives are pretty solid so far. Utility belt. All capacity up. That means we can hold a second active item. I thought there was a key available, but maybe I already picked it up. I must have already picked it up. Yeah, I mean, it's quite good. All capacity up is fantastic. Big thing, Gungeon ammo is higher now. This is probably a bracket key-worthy room. Oh, there we go, Mass Shotgun. Easy enough. Apparently, the bracket key actually poisoned an enemy there. I didn't know that would synergize with irradiated lead. So now we take out our Gungeon. Who do we have? It is the High Priest. I expect him to be perpetually irradiated. Remember, slower bullets. Smart move to use a blank there, I think. Hopefully he doesn't get a chance to do that attack again, but he probably will. Just being realistic. It's another attack I'd prefer to blank, given the choice. Okay, well, we gotta use our noggins now. Nope, never mind. We did not get the flawless. That was my bad. Wasn't paying attention. Got caught by a shot that came from the top of the screen. But we get hit once. We used about half our ammo. Didn't get an ammo drop, which is frustrating, but it's okay. And our item is 6th chamber. Seems to have cursed us. 6th chamber. Feeds upon curse. One of 3 artifacts led to the creation of the jammed. As their curses grow louder, Caliber smiles upon the bearer of this potential omen. I think we got this item unlocked for killing a jammed boss. So I believe we're just going to head down to the next floor. I don't want to waste a key to go to the shop, at least not yet. We have enough money to just get something on the next floor. Let's try using fish in a barrel on this floor. This could be amazing, and I guess it means that we should really... I'm guessing it gives you damage for curse. The more curse you have, the more damage you have. I don't remember if we have curse, but we have come across jammed enemies, so we must. Oh, you know what? We bought an item from the curse shop, so we must have at least some curse. I'm not sure how much, but we'll find out. Just want the speed upgrade to get us through this a little safer. To be honest with you, I don't think it matters too much, but I think we've got a pretty good chance of flawlessing the Dragon. I think we've got a beat on it at least. I like shooting poison fish at this guy. He seems to be very confused by the whole thing, which is also, I think it's a positive thing for us. Come on, you know you're done. What is this? We got a jammed enemy. We've gone through a lot of fish in like 2 rooms here. I'll go out on a limb and say that fish in a barrel seems to be a totally fine room clearer. Not a huge fan of the fact that the ammo doesn't seem to be holding it down there. But I think I knew this in advance. So I noticed that we have a cursed chest up there, like one of those mirror rooms. It's going to cost me a lot to get in there, but I think we owe it to ourselves to use 6th chamber to its maximum effect without getting ourselves like literally killed at least. I think maybe I overrated fish in a barrel slightly because I'd sometimes have it as the robot, and I'm like, look at this, we got shock bullets, but... Alright, let's crack into this. Oh my god, Excalibur is also so curse heavy. So... I'm slightly frightened, but also excited. Oh, never mind. We fucked ourselves. Wait. What if we drop Excalibur? You're still on us. All right. Well, this should be fun. We may have screwed ourselves. I didn't realize, I didn't think we were that close to curse. Or to max level curse, or even if not max level curse, at least this thing chasing us around constantly curse. Am I wrong to think that we may still have a chance? I mean, I think we've got a decent assortment of shit. This guy's got to get out of here, dude. I got bigger problems than you right now. I feel like some lifesteal would be very beneficial. I also feel like we're not really getting our money's worth right now. Like, to have a demon... Oh, that was pretty bad. To have a demon following me around at all times, shooting bullets at me, I'd really expect a little bit more of a benefit from the 6th chamber, man. Like, where's my colossal benefits? That's what I'm asking about now. He's got to be nearly toast. Oh, right. You. That's all right. We got half of HP back. Half of a heart. That's what I mean to say. Half of HP. You know what I'm talking about. Charge shot. We're going to try it out now. Got a real danger here in that jammed enemies, of course, do 1 heart of damage per hit. Don't think it's worth using the bracket key here. There's really no way around this. We're going to have to play well to win this run. So, I think the sooner we embrace that, the happier we're going to be. There's going to be a lot of shit to pay attention to. And that's just the reality of the situation, I think. Let's embrace the fact that we need a minor miracle here. And, you know what? Act accordingly. Gotta say, quite a lot of jammed enemies. I'm noticing we're getting a lot of jammed enemies here. I don't even care about this key. We're very unlikely to need it. For now, just move on. Not super stoked to be, you know, fighting the Dragon with this man in the background. That frightens me a little bit. Nobody ever speak of that dodge again. We did not get hit because we stood inside of the devil's own body as he fired that shot. That's a new one. Dude, you gotta actually be sucking on your own dick to not be dead at this point. How many shots do you have to take to die? Oh, so just every enemy is jammed at this point. Okay. That's pretty cool. Alright. Got an knife. Don't sweat it. No mimics, baby. Void Core Shotgun. Nothing wrong with this. It's okay. What if we teleport? If we teleport, do we lose this guy? I'm gonna guess that the answer to that question is an unfortunate no. Dude, fuck the forge. Let's just do this. We can always we can come back, pardon me, and go to the forge. Oh, it's a jam dragon. Okay. So it's not enough that we have to fight this dick. Anytime he hits us, he's gonna do double damage. This is scary. Yeah, not the best dodges in my life. What is this attack? I have to say, I'm probably of the opinion that a win against the Dragon here is actually the reward in and of itself. Oh, we're out of Gungeon ammo. That's actually terrifying. Oh god, it is a jammed SMG. Oh shit. Half a heart. One blank though, one blank. Well, I have to be honest with you. This is what I get for trying new stuff. I feel like if I had probably just not gone to that cursed chest, I would be in a much better position right now. But what can I say? In the end, I did it to myself. I apologize. I know it's going to make some people ornery out there, but at least it was a spectacular loss. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.